Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to touch on something that my friend and colleague, the ranking member from Massachusetts, said when he talked about Social Security cuts, and he referenced Senators Scott and Johnson. Before I got to Congress as a Georgian, I always wanted 2 Bulldogs, 2 Falcons, and 2 Atlanta Braves to be my pallbearers so they could let me down one last time. Now that I'm in Congress, I just know that I need 6 senators because they'll do it every single time. My point is that the Senate, whatever those folks in the upper chamber believe is the right thing to do on Social Security, it's still got to come through here. And Mr. Neal, I just want to assure you and the American people as chairman of the Social Security Subcommittee that going through regular order, there will be no cuts to Social Security. So I think we should take that conversation off the table. And it's something that our ranking member and I share, is that we shall not cut those. So whatever the senators say and propose, well, God bless them, that's their position, but it's not the position of the House of Representatives. So with that, Mr. Freeman, and to reiterate what my colleague from Texas, Mr. Arrington, said, this will treat all debt holders the same, and if you default on one, then you default on all.
That's correct.
Okay, and if we default, our ability to issue debt for anything our ability is greatly compromised, or will come at an extremely high cost that we cannot afford.
That's a generally held belief, yes.
Okay, just want to reiterate that point. So if we don't pay the bondholders, then we would not be able to borrow, say, $6 trillion, as my colleagues have done over the past couple of terms, to fund Green New Deal initiatives, to expand the size of government, and to take more money out of the pockets of hardworking Americans. If we default, then they can't borrow more money for their rainbows and unicorn dreams. Is that correct?
Unless we have enough sufficient revenues to meet those outlays, we would generally be required to.
And we've not had sufficient revenues to do those things without borrowing in significant amounts.
Generally since the 1930s.
Okay. So bottom line, if we default on any of these, then we basically lose the ability to keep the government open anyway.
It would be extremely difficult, sir.
Okay. All right. Good. Just wanted to make that point. And so, if we were going to reach this point, and the $2 trillion that was raised the last time, we probably should have been a lot more judicious in the expenditures of all of these programs that we're having to borrow for, and make a greater case of justification for borrowing this money, so that we didn't reach this debt limit so quickly. That would be my observation. With that, Mr. Chairman, I will yield back.